Yahoo! Look at this. It's filled halfway.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a...
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it in...
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Stabilize!
Shine down! Don't waste my time.
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be...
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But the god of salt, when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is...
What? That's even better than the salt...
Well then, according to our contract, this...
No! Unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should... And this girl has been useless! Why would...
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break...
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I...
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts...
That is one of your Liyue gods. I...
will suffer the wrath of the...
Pay your dues.
There is no escape!
Order guide you. Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control? I think we should be honest with each other.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us We hate him! But this is more, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must add, come with me. I'll...
Quake!
Here we go!
Rise! Crumble!
Brace yourself!
Stabilize! Solidify!
Yahoo! Nice and spicy!
This is order! Rise! Solidify!
Let's play! It's nothing.
Out of the frying pan, it's...
Quake!
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had a fight. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the...
It does look like something left behind.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no...
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
This lot...
Zhongli. She seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired. And the power of the God of... No matter what, I must be faithful, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you can...
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment, I will...
Huh? The truth? You...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, rather she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it...
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her land.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before,
Preposterous! You are a follower of...
Hey! Come back!
indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There,
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt and betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very... The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind... The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat.
But what about these...
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain, those who could not flee were those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances, but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted...
Even if this must be a lie, a false hiss, don't you dare try to...
Yikes. Zhongli?
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now...
Huh? What?
Treading old ground. Telling, one cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Like the rain.